Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Jets offense taking the field behind Geno Smith. His second stint with the Jets. They drafted him in 2013. Now 13 years later, he's back where it all started.
I love this story. Kind of a back-to-the-future feel with Geno Smith with the Jets where he began his NFL career. He may have led the league in interceptions last season, but I expect his veteran leadership to be good for this young New York team.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Steelers offense led by none other than Aaron Rodgers, his 22nd and what he says is his final NFL season.
And yes, he's back. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd year in black and gold, the oldest active player in the NFL. May not have everything he had when he was winning MVPs, it felt like each and every year, but this future Hall of Famer knows how to play the game.
The slot man in motion right. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete. Bernard. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They run here with Dowdle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Rico Dowdle, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pushing his way through. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Play action. It's Smith. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Off of play action. Here's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. Geno now to throw. He completes it to Wilson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Smith. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to the ground with Hall. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Smith now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Throwing now is Geno. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Smith. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And now another one thrown incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Smith. It's caught. Mitchell. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. In motion right, that's Wilson. Now Smith. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. York now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's not about pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Eyes closed and my heart open just to get this off my chest and left my heart broken. Seeing how I go be some more for the green. Saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to rise my
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Rodgers. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And it's 3rd down.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2 yards.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete. Bernard. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They run again with Dowdle. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A running play. It's Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now it's Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Pittman from 8 yards out. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point now by Boswell. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now Geno. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Keanu Benton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. back now here at MetLife Stadium. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
and Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
To Michael Pittman. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. And motioning left, that's Pittman. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
When a defense blitzes like that, they are trying to cause chaos, but the quarterback, he was as calm as could be. He saw the blitz and got out of his hand quickly to pick up the 1st.
Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rodgers pass.
Pat Fryermuth. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Dances by him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. This is 1st and 10. Smith. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Smith to throw. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Bill, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Smith's going to throw it. That's pulled in by Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Going right back to Wilson. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
29-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Smith. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
One last throw here for Smith. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.